Hi everybody, my name's Blue and I'm playing some Battlefield 3, bringing you some commentary. And today we are playing Noshahr Canals with 64 players, Conquest Large, and I'm using the M16A3, the standard weapon of the US side with the Cobra side, and with the heavy barrel and the bipod, not the foregrip. And the reason for using the bipod instead of the foregrip is you don't have this accuracy penalty while you use something else than the foregrip, because with the foregrip you will have this reduced recoil, but you also have increased spray and less accuracy. So I particularly don't like the foregrip, because you won't hit the target as well as you would do with the heavy barrel. I mean with no foregrip and with the heavy barrel. And this is another point, the heavy barrel is a very good attachment for actually all weapons, all automatic weapons. And the reason for that is you have this minimum spray with the heavy barrel and the better accuracy when you move down sight. Not move down sight, aim down sight of course. And right there I heard this guy and can kill him easily, and this is something I want to tell you, and that is, listen to enemy voices. You will know where they are and how you can engage them, because the sound engine of Battlefield is actually pretty great. Right here in this situation I made a major fault. I peeked out of my cover too much, so this sniper right here hiding in that building could easily kill me. And let's get to my sight. I'm using the Cobra sight. Unlike some other guys, other players, or the most of the players, I'm not using the holographic sight or the red dot, the common red dot sight with the little dot in the middle of the aim. I'm using the Cobra instead, and the reason for that is, you see that if you aim down sight, you will have a less obstructed view of the target than you would do with the normal red dot sight. Right here I made another fault. I faced the enemy with my back, and that is something you really want to avoid. If you are facing the enemy with your back, the enemy can engage you without you can engage them. So always find cover where you can engage the enemy, where you face the enemy, and if the enemy kills you, trying to kill you, you can defend yourself. Right here I don't see anything flashing. I see it's not burning, wasn't burning, but I heard some voices due to the grenade, and this is another tip I can give you. If you're hearing enemy voices, if you're throwing a grenade, you can be sure that there are some enemies. And right here we are losing C. I see that we're losing C, and of course then I try to defend it. And the reason for that is defending is always easier than attacking. Well, not actually in this situation, because there are more enemies, far more enemies than friendlies. So I see this Jeep on my left side, can kill him easily because he cannot see me, because he's too busy too busy to do other stuff. And in this situation I did something very stupid. I throw a medipack. You will think, medipack, that's good, that's nice, you will heal yourself. But in that particular situation, the enemy knew where I was, and he actually fired at me, almost killed me. So you could expect that he will come around the corner and kill me, but I didn't expect that actually. So I threw a medipack to heal myself, but what I didn't know is he was just next to me, and I couldn't concentrate on him. Right there were multiple enemies, but I didn't have a grenade. If I had one, I would have thrown a grenade, because multiple enemies, you cannot kill them all without staying hidden. So a good tactic back in that situation would be throw a grenade to one group of enemies and engage the other group with your primary weapon. And if your ammo goes away, use the secondary weapon. But I didn't have a grenade, so I got killed very easily. So right here, I hear one guy, an enemy, shooting an RPG. Hear him, and right here, I just hip fired that guy. And this is again something very important. If the enemy is very close to you and really is a 1v1 fight, and you don't have too much reaction time, just hip fire the enemy. You will just gain milliseconds of reaction time, not having to aim down sight, and you can fire faster, you can engage the enemy faster, and probably you will kill the enemy before he even starts firing at you. So I see right now we lost C. Actually, we didn't get it. And before I engage, I always look on my radar. I look what's going on, what the situation is. You have to make sure that you know where the enemy is, and so you can engage them, you can attack them. Right here, I check everything before I try to move on, but this train actually trolls me, don't let me go. And I see one guy on the radar, left to me, just next to me, but he got killed by my teammates. So I can move on because I think this area is clear. But I saw this bright red light in front of me. That was an enemy laser. So what that means is, if you see an enemy laser, better go hide, because then the enemy is aiming at you. So if you see a red laser, you can be sure that there's an enemy. So if you're using a laser yourself, make sure that you actually just use the laser when you really need it, and that is in close range combat, to blend the enemies, to gain a little more reaction time, and you have this tinier spread circle. But what you need to know is the enemy can see your laser on long ranges. So if you're using a laser, you like lasers, laser sights, you like them for close range, better switch them off for longer ranges. Right here I did another thing wrong, and that is I didn't expect someone to come from the right side. So that was my fault. I didn't know that he was there, and he actually outplayed me, because he knew that we were coming from B and A, and he flanked us. That's a very good tactic to do, flank the enemies. And in this situation, I really don't know what I was thinking. I saw the enemy first. I should have killed him if I fired first, but I didn't, because I expected the enemy doesn't see me, but the enemy actually did see me. So he can engage me. I reacted, shoot back, but he managed to kill me before I could kill him. So if you see an enemy, you can kill him. Then wait. Why do you wait? Alright. So right here I see a tank next to me, and a guy, fallen teammate, and I am medic. So my job is to keep my teammates alive. So I'm trying to revive guys where I can. That doesn't mean I rush to the enemy. I don't try to get everyone back into the game. I'm trying to tactically revive people. So if somebody is just next to me and I have cover, and if he gets revived, he would have survived, then I revive him. But if I see that there are multiple enemies facing me, or just watching the dead bodies, I don't revive them, because they are more likely to get killed than actually help the team. And another thing is you might get killed as well, and so your team loses 2 tickets instead of just 1. Alright, I see that my team actually took the flag C, so I can move on. Oh, my team didn't take the flag C, but I'm just next to the flag D to flank the enemies, and right now I see my fallen teammate there. But first thing I do is check the situation I'm in to make sure that the area is clear. So I checked it, the area is clear, and I move on to the flag to get the burn, to get the flag, to take the flag. And right here I see the BMP, but I don't just run to it. I see an enemy on my radar, kill him first, then steal it. That's very important to know. If you see an enemy that could stop you from stealing a vehicle, kill him first before you do it. Right now I see that tank. I know that I can actually win the fight against the tank because I have this this anti-armor thing right there. You see right there. I get a kill assist because somebody else killed him. I'm not an engineer, so I cannot repair this thing, and I got killed by a jet. Unfortunate. But anyway, you cannot do anything against jets. If they are attacking you, you don't have a chance. And right here you see I tried to spawn at that squad mate, but I didn't. The reason is I saw him getting shot at by the enemies. There were huge explosions, stuff like that. What to do then is wait until the situation is clear, the teammate has the situation under control, or the teammate dies, so you can spawn on another one. The reason for that is if you spawn on him and he dies, you will more likely to die too, because the enemy kills an enemy, you spawn at him. The enemy not kills an enemy. The enemy kills your squad mate, and you spawn on him, you will get killed as well. So right here you see me reviving my guys, and for that I got killed, but that doesn't matter because I'm getting revived too. Well, that's a very good tactic to keep your team alive, to keep your team at the lines, at the front lines. And right there you see me pulling up my secondary weapon, and that's again some really nice thing you should do if you're out of ammo with your primary weapon. If you're out of cover, you don't have cover, and you don't have the time to reload your primary weapon as you normally would do when you're out of ammo, switch to your secondary. So better choose a secondary you can rely on, like the 93R right here, 21 ammo in the magazine, and very high rate of fire, decent damage, and pretty reliable. If you don't like this weapon, or you haven't unlocked it yet, you unlock it in co-op mode, you can use the 44 Magnum or something like the G18. These 3 secondary weapons are actually the best weapons. These 3 weapons can actually compete with other primary weapons in close range. You see right here, we actually got C finally, and just pick up this guy because I see that the situation is clear, and I move on to D because I see my team is getting D actually, but I want to help my guys because I see multiple red things on my minimap. That could be enemies and that could be mines. Well, I'm not sure because I just rushed there because I want to take this flag, to help my team take this flag, and we actually took it, so I can move on to the next objective. The next objective would be A in my situation. On the way, I see an enemy behind this cover, and what I do is keep my aim on the cover, on the enemy, so I don't run away. I don't try to run past the cover to the enemy. Instead, I'm trying to keep the enemy in my line of sight, in my aim, so I can engage him if he peeks out. See right here, I'm burst firing, 2-round bursts at longer ranges, but you can if you have good aim, you just have to hold down the trigger if you're playing with the M16, because the M16 has a very nice spread with the heavy barrel and without foregrip, so you can hold the fire button longer, even at longer ranges. Right here I see my squad mate doing some ninja action, swimming in the water to B, and I'm spawning at him because I think he needs help. He needs someone to help him and take this flag, engage the enemies. Right here I threw a medikit, even though I don't really need it. And the reason for that is there was actually a sniper. If I had my 100% and he shot me in the chest, I would be dead. So if you want to stay not one-shotted by a sniper, if you don't want to instantly get killed by a sniper, just use a medipack. You don't have the medipack for no reason, you're a medic, so use what you have. Right, in this situation we actually neutralized this flag, and I see one guy on the radar. I couldn't get him, so I deploy a medikit to heal myself, deploy the bipod, and I see the situation is clear, so I can move on to the next objective. But first, I want to make sure that there is nobody here at B and clear the whole area out. I killed one guy, so I think that B, the flag B, is clear. What I do next is move on to the next objective. I'm not sure in this situation whether I should go to A or C. So I'm getting revived again, and let's see where I go. I'm getting shot at, so I find cover and throw a medipack because I have one, because I am a medic. And I see a sniper again. Oh, he killed me again. And I see, you see, these snipers are actually pretty powerful if you know how to use them. But I'm getting revived, so that is no problem. And this is another reason why medics are very important. Not actually just in pub matches, but also in competitive game matches. You see many people use the medic assault class in competitive gaming, and so am I using the medic kit in pub matches. I'm seeing that my team doesn't help the flag C anymore, so I try to hold this line right here, and the M16 is really great for this range, for this mid to long range, and also close range combat. Throw a grenade because I think that there might be some enemies, and I'm staying in this cover position. The enemy just can't see your head, and you can see the enemy's full body. That's a huge advantage. So I slowly peek around this corner because I expect enemies to come from C and actually get suppressed. Pick this guy up because I want to help to get more friendlies to the front lines. And I see a sniper right there. Back up a little bit because I'm getting fired at by a chopper. Revive this guy again and revive another guy. This guy right here, the enemy right there, didn't have a too good situation awareness. He didn't knew I was there. Getting revived again because my team is doing actually pretty well, and you see at the end of this video that our team is actually pretty dominating. We actually won, and this is not only because we had so many skilled players. This is also because we had a lot of medics, a lot of guys reviving, keeping our ticket count high and keeping our front lines keeping pressure on the enemy. And right there, I lay down, fire at the enemy below these little train things right there. That's also a very good tactic. You need to use your environment to get cover. You see right there, I was out of ammo, and so I picked up another kit. I picked up an engineer kit. So you might think, engineer, that's not good, but actually that was a very good kit actually for this situation, because there is a tank. So I can engage that tank because I'm an engineer. I switched the kit. So what you learn from that is use your kit to your advantage. Use the kit you pick up for your advantage. You see that the primary weapon is actually pretty weak compared to my M16, but that does not mean it is bad or you cannot kill enemies with it. Don't stop to engage enemies. Hold the line, hold the flag, and hope that your team is good enough to throw medipacks to help you doing your stuff. And you see that the enemy does not have too many tickets anymore. So we actually won this game then, and this is not due to my good aim or something like that, or that the enemy team's weak. No, it's because our team was working pretty well. We had a lot of medics, a lot of guys supporting us, reviving us, and that is a great thing to know. If your team has a lot of medics, you can keep your team alive, you can keep your team at the front lines. And this is actually all for now. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. See you next time.